All I gotta say is I gotta give a big round of applause for this movie, man. This movie was absolutely amazing. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is definitely a movie to go watch. But I'm gonna have to completely flip the script. We're gonna have to get into the nitty gritty. We're gonna have to go through all the stickies and the nasties. Because there were haters on this film. There are people that don't like it, man. Not everybody in the world is going to agree with things. And there are people that don't agree with the people that actually like this movie. So we're here to discover the people that didn't like it. Now, we gotta look at some numbers real quick. 96% of the critics recommend that you go watch this movie. Over 156 reviews so far. Certified fresh tomato. And for the audience, 94% of the audience recommend that you go watch this film. Over 500 plus verified ratings at the time of this recording. The 4% on the critics side are the ones that we're searching for. And these 6% on the audience side are the ones that we are searching for their opinions. Now let's start with the critics. Very first page. Fresh tomatoes. Oh, we got one. We got a hater in here. John Wenzel, top critic from the Denver Post. Simply being better than past failures does not make something good. While Mutant Mayhem does several things right, from its likable voice cast to its refreshed version of the Turtles' origin story, it also gets stuck in the same gunk as its forebears. Yeah, I think you're completely wrong, homie. Maya Phillips, another top critic from the New York Times. There's little complexity to the characters and no surprise to the plot, and even the messaging about tolerance, good intentions, and outsiders. Finding their brood is so unimaginatively expressed that it feels cliche. Daniel M. Kimmel from North Shore Movies. It's not very good, but undemanding youngsters and adults swooning with their own TMNT nostalgia should have no trouble getting down into the sewers and into the ooze with this Mutant Mayhem. Odie Henderson, I've read his reviews before, another top critic from the Boston Globe. A lot of top critics don't really like the film. The problem is that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have been reduced to dull shadows of their former selves. The personalities described in their theme song are almost non-existent here. Alistair Harkness. There's none of the ribald humor of Rogan and Handler's modern teen classic Superbad either, and the origins story plot simply recycles the first X-Men movie. Nah. Jeremy Johns. I just read a review from him. The emotional tones this movie was going for were buried under the weight of the comedy. I thought it was a pretty good balance though, from like comedy to actually giving a good compelling story. It was kind of like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse. There was it's good set of comedy and then it's good set amount of, telling the story. And they're Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're gonna be goofy. Like they're teenagers. They're goofy. They're awkward. They're weird. We're gonna read one more. We got another top critic, Nick Shager, The Daily Beast. Considering Rogan's participation as both a writer and actor, it's surprising that Mutant Mayhem plays it so safe, not merely in terms of plot, but with regards to its comedy. I think Seth Rogen did an excellent job with writing, and obviously we know his skills as an actor. He plays some pretty iconic roles in his movies, so I think as far as what he has done as a writer for this film was pretty good. That pretty much wraps it up for the critics. Now to my favorite part. My favorite part of this entire video, and that is reading what the audience had to say. Donald T. They should have stuck with live action. Terrible movie, dumb joke, a lot of puking. Should have got a sequel to Turtles Out of the Shadows. I mean, the Michael Bay ones, I'm pretty sure that's what he's referring to. Nah. I mean, I like the live action concept, but that movie was corny. Gave me too much of the Michael Bay Transformer vibes a little bit. Eddie E. went because reviews were excellent. Completely disappointed. It was juvenile garbage with very few funny references. Maximiliano A. Jeez, that's a huge... Oh my god. Okay, we're just gonna read like the first paragraph. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2023 is a disgrace to the classic franchise that many fans grew up with. The movie completely ruins the original story of the ninjas and their mentor Master Splinter by inserting ideological agendas that have nothing to do with the spirit of the comics or the cartoons. The movie is full of cliche stereotypes and propaganda that make it unbearable to watch. I'm gonna read the rest of your review off camera, but you know, we gotta read other reviews. Looks like you had a lot to say though. Jimmy J has a long review too. Jeez. We're gonna do the same thing we did with the last guy. We're just gonna read the first paragraph. Very underwhelming. April O'Neil's redesign is horrendous. Another terrible attempt to make your movie woke by blackwashing another red-headed character. The Turtles' voice actors had absolutely no chemistry. Michelangelo and Donatello's voice actors in particular were subpar. This movie is cluttered with terrible pop cultural references that are really cringy. They even mention TikTok. I guess you're not a fan of TikTok. Mark D. If you grew up with the 1990s films, you will not like this movie. It is bad, very bad, and incoherent. I grew up with the 90s films. You know, my stepdad showed me the old Ninja Turtle movies from the 1990s. I'll say the third one, I think the third one is when they go back in time or some crap. That one was pretty bad, but the first one was super good. Billy B. Man, you know a movie will be bad when Seth Rogen is involved. Damn. But I had hopes. Hope crushed. The worst part is there were glimmers of what could have been if a more capable creative team would have been involved. They destroyed the characters of Splinter and April and did not do any of the Turtles justice. Wait until this movie streams. If you want to spend money on going to watch it, don't waste your money is what he's saying. Rob P. The voice acting and the art style was quite good. The plot, not so much. Rigo just cut straight to it. This is a parody, the real TMNT. I hate this movie. Lucifer L, another long review, and I'll read the first paragraph. Like, all the bad reviews are really long reviews. Took my 8-year-old son to see this movie. He is a Ninja Turtle fanatic. We didn't make it 10 minutes into the movie before he began complaining about the movie. Kid was brutal. By the 20-minute mark, he hit his breaking point, got up, and demanded to leave. He actually asked the ticket agent for our money back. An 8-year-old kid went up to the ticket person and was like, give me our money back. That's hilarious. Much to her bewilderment, personally, I've been a lifelong Turtle fan and found this movie to be a slap in the face on every level. What gets me so much is that the 8-year-old kid was like, after 20 minutes, he's going back to the ticket person and saying, give me my money back. Like, he paid for it. Ryan W. I don't know how people liked this movie. We walked out. Kids hated it, and I hated it. Only time I have ever made a movie review. It was that bad you decided, hey, I gotta say something. That pretty much wraps it up right there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtle Mayhem. You saw all the ugliness that goes with every movie that ever comes out with people just saying bad things about it. If you've watched the movie, leave a comment down below on your true thoughts. If you liked it, if you hated it, do you like the old ones better than you like this one right here? Let me know. Leave a like on this video because it helps out so much. If you made it to the end and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Alright, turn on post notifications, get in the loop with everything, man.